Right, I'm hoping to give old Chuckabum here an oil change today. So first things first, I'm fed up of jacking the thing up on the scissor jack, so I decided I was going to do something different. What I've done there is I've had a couple of old scaffold planks, cut them to length and driven up on it to save me having to jack the thing up, which gives me just enough space underneath to get the screws out of the underbelly thing. Under here you have several, it's about 5 or 6 for each side of the under tray, and then I can gain access to the drain plug, and I've got a bit of cardboard here so I don't make a mess of the tarmac. So let's see how we get on. Right, so there's the under tray removed. It's one of the engine gearbox mounts, whatever. The drain plug is kind of over there, so I can do a reverse on that. Get close. And that's a 17mm. And over the front of the engine, rather cramped here, you have the oil filter, which will, yeah, that'll unscrew. If you haven't done this for a while, remember to look under here, because there's a water hose clip there, and that one rusts away. So if you're ever down here, feel that, because I could literally break off the old one. So that's replaced with a nice one, and it's the tension clip, not a Jubilee clip. Don't use Jubilee clips, they're not designed for it. So we'll have a look round later to see what's like under here, but don't look too bad. Right, so we cracked that drain plug nut with the ring spanner there. Don't use an open ender, so if that's on really tight and it's not a good fit for a spanner, you could end up rounding that nut off, which is the last thing to want. So use a socket or a nice decent ring spanner. That one's quite a reasonable one. I can't think what it's called, 10 tools or something. My next job will be to take that oil filter off. And there it is. There's the old one. There's the new one. Now I've just tried it on, so I know it's the correct thread. Same number of volts, etc. So it's just a typical sort of large nut thing, righty tighty, lefty loosey. But before we put it on, we'll put a smear of new oil on there, put a bit of oil in there, because that's where the pickup will be when you first start it up. Right, the oil is draining out of that. You see a little thin line of it coming down. I'll let that drain out for a few minutes. I'm in no rush. It's not black, so it's not totally knackered. But I usually change the oil every year, which is about 7,500 miles for me, which seems a good time to change it. So next we'll go to the oil pot while that's draining down. Right, there's the older engine oil. Look at that, that's a lot of gravy. There's my bottle of oil. There's my funnel in the actual oil filler hole, and we're going to delicately put that oil in here. It takes 4 litres, this thing does. So when we get near the end, we'll go down on the dipstick to see how we're doing. Right, at the moment I've put in just over 3 litres, and I've got the dipstick out. Now for anyone interested, that's the upper, that's the lower mark. Now it's important that the oil should be on or just about that upper mark, no higher. If you go too much oil, there's a chance you might get the engine with a lock-up, because there's got to be room for the pistons to go up and down. So I'll pop that back in its hole and I'll pull it out. You should see we're not far off, so probably about another 1/4 litre or so, and then that should be it, job done. And what we'll do is, once we finish that off, we'll put the cover back on underneath, we'll start it up, let it run for a minute or two, stop it, then check the oil level again, because that filter down there won't be full of oil, so that's going to take some oil from the sump. So we might need to put a little bit more in, but that's the next step. Right, I'm pretty much done out here. I've done the bottom tray. I know the filter's tight. I know the drain plug's tight as well. So the only thing left to do after checking the level to make sure it's okay is make sure you've got your oil cap on and it's done up. And other than that, it's just a case of tidying up, disposing of the oil at the appropriate place, which will be the local recycling centre where they've got a repository for oil, and that's it, job done. Okay, just a little you know when everything is going really well, and it was going really well, everything's sorted, the job was done, the car was finished in essence, and I had the old engine oil to transport into an old engine oil bottle, so take it down the recycling centre at some point in the future. Now there was a little bit of oil, about a litre left in the new oil bottle, because my car takes 4 litres and it was a 5 litre engine oil bottle. So I thought I'd take the 1 litre of good oil out and put them into an old oil bottle that I had. So put the funnel in it, held it, poured it in, and of course what happens, the air's not escaping from the little bottle, the funnel falls over, splashes up the wall, all over the floor, and oh God. So now I've got a spill to clean up. So that was my next task for the next half an hour, getting the pressure washer out, getting the degreaser out, spraying the wall, spraying the ground, putting the paper towels down and everything else. So just when you think everything's sorted, bang, fate hits you and it knocks you for 6. So, but other than that, it was an easy job to do the change of oil. Now, I've had that car for 11 years, so I've done oil changes on it every year for 11 years, so I know exactly how tight the sump plug was, I know exactly how tight the oil filter was, but I do recognise that in some places that the jobs that are done by people, they can have Guy the gorilla, shall we say, on the end of that spanner, and he's going to do that sump plug up until he can literally do it no more. And of course when you try and do it yourself and undo it, it won't move for hell or leather. And in those circumstances I would say take it to the garage and let them deal with it. Some places are good and it will be done nice and easily, other ones are super tight. Same with the oil filter. Some people seem to worry about them, they're going to fall off or something, but I put it already in the text in there that it's do it up till it meets the face of the engine, and then the appropriate thing is about 3/4 to 1 turn. If it's any more than that, then somebody's probably done it up too tight, because it doesn't need to be that tight, and if you do over tighten it, you've got a risk that you're actually going to create an oil leak. So though I'm just using what I was taught by my late father, who was a mechanic, funny enough. I'm not, as you can plainly understand, but when I was a kid, from 18 onwards, learning to drive, basically you never got to take your car to the garage, because your dad was always there, oh, we can do that son, you can do that, go out there, we're going to do the brakes today, or we're going to do that today. So the only time it went to the garage was if there's something you couldn't do, which was engine, the crankshaft regrinding for first undersize or something like that. But hopefully it might be useful. To say it's for entertainment only. I'm not expecting anyone to go out there and get to grips with their Honda Fit, Honda Jazz without the appropriate knowledge and skills to do it. So there we go. It was coming to the end of the hot season we've got here, that we've had in the UK for the past couple of weeks. So I thought I'd get it in before the rain comes, because it'll be coming soon. And that's it. Ta-da!